Shalom. First and foremost, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord select. This is the brother Yashiyah, part of Men of Valor, South Carolina, and this lesson is going to be about the inflation problem that's going on in various parts of the earth, but more overly just to focus in the pinpoint America, Babylon the Great. Okay. Now, for those that don't really know what inflation is, just to put it in layman's terms, is basically when the price of goods raise or increase, and likewise in return, the money, the value of the money decreases. Now, the elites have set up a fiat currency all for this to happen, because our real riches, our real currency doesn't deplete in value. Okay, because gold, silver, cattle, though that is the current real currency. Okay, but he has put into place a fiat currency where paper is not backed by anything. It used to be backed by gold, and JFK was pushing it to be backed by silver, but you see what happened to him. They took him out. Okay, but it was all to set up a collapse of the system so they can institute the MOTB. So it was a quick little rundown, and I'm gonna read a little bit of his article. This is not gonna be a long lesson, Lord's will. Just a quick, run through of this article, and then I'm gonna hit a couple of precepts that I have on mine. It's gonna be the same precepts that you hear concerning famine, but these precepts don't get old. Okay, this is living water. So this is CNN Business from CNN.com, and the title reads: "No end to America's rising prices. Another inflation measure rose in January." Okay. Now, as you can see, updated 11/11. All right. Tuesday, February 15th, which is today. All right. America's rising prices were unrelenting in January. Another key inflation measure showed prices rising more than expected last month. Okay, and here's a related article: wheat and corn prices could jump if Russia invades Ukraine. So, that can set off a whole, domino effect. So, hey, everything is things are popping. You know what I'm saying? Off, according to the scriptures, man. So it's always something to do a lesson on. But anyway, the producer price index, which tracks average price changes, America's producers get paid for their goods and services over time, rose 9.7 in the 12 months ending in January. Not adjusted for seasonal swings, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Tuesday. That was far higher than economists had expected, albeit a 0.1 percentage point decrease from the revised series high set at the end of 2021. So, hey, this thing is increasing, man, and this is going to be the collapse of this system. Things are going to get so high, and then the value of the dollar is going to be so depreciated that they're going to have to do away with it and come up with another currency. And we all know what that currency is going to be, man. PP1 offers a window to the price pressures that businesses are facing, and which will likely be passed on to consumers in the way of consumer price inflation in the months to come, said PNC economist Kurt Rankin. Now, they're still suffering from the pandemic inflation, or inflation caused by the pandemic, because they're pumping dollars into the economy, giving people money, which in return devalued the money. And now prices are about to be on the rise, and it's going to affect what these gluttonous, spoiled Americans love the most, and that's their food, man. All right, which is the premise of this lesson of famine. For the month of January alone, prices rose 1%, adjusted for seasonal swings, dwarfing both the price increase from January and economists' expectations. Forecasts had only been for a 0.5 price increase. Stripping out food, energy, and trade services, which tend to have more volatile price swings. See, there you go. Food, energy, and trade services. All right. The inflation gauge rose 0.9 in January, the biggest jump since January 2021. All right, and that's the pandemic, man. Over the 12-month period, core prices rose 6.9 and a 0.1 percentage point decline compared with December. So there you go, man. All right, this major inflation is happening. It's gonna go from inflation to hyperinflation. All right, and then the collapse of the economy and the doing away of the dollar bill, and to institute their currency, which is basically a spiritual currency, man. They want everyone, to insert that charagma and, basically pledge allegiance to them, man. Economists are hopeful that America will see pandemic inflation reach its peak in the first months of 2022, which is not happening. And it's not clear yet whether this peak was reached in January or if it's still to come. Yeah, it has happened. It's not going to reach its peak, man, because it's going to keep going and keep going. And, this is an engineered collapse. They know what they're doing because they set up this fiat currency to actually set it up to where it was going to fail, because that's a failing concept. All right, having a paper currency, a fiat currency that's not backed by anything substantial, okay, and using that as the so-called the medium to purchase your goods. All right, so this is all set up by design, man. All right, but consumers are expecting some relief. Consumers' expectations for price hikes in the year ahead fell for the first time since October 2020, so last month, according to the Consumer Expectations Survey from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, released Monday. Over a 3-year horizon, inflation expectations also fell, marking the largest one-month decline since 2013 when the survey was started. All right. Where did prices rise? The PPI tracks prices from finished goods and services sold to customers, as well as the goods, services, maintenance, and repair construction sold to businesses that provide those finished products. In January, prices rose across the board, including for motor vehicles and equipment, gas, clothing and accessories, transportation, and hospital outpatient care. So everything, the price of everyday living has increased. All right, and the dollar has decreased, which is a very major problem. Okay, and this is a related article. How does inflation affect my standard of living? And it affects it vastly. Let's see. On Monday, U.S. oil prices briefly rose to their highest level since 2014 amid heightened concerns about a potential Russian invasion of Ukraine. So there you go, and that's playing a part as well. And even though oil prices fell early Tuesday, good inflation-related news is hard to come by. So there you go. Everything is on the downfall, on the down spiral. And like I said, man, this is engineered. Okay, this is something that they set up. Okay, knowing that it's gonna fail, so they can order chaos. Okay, get order out of chaos, man. And one of their sayings is never let a good crisis go to waste, man. And this is an evil practice that this is iniquity, man. This is witchcraft, and this is evil that they've been working on and set up. All right. Michael 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So there you go. Yahweh Shem Yahushua gave them the power to have the whole have the whole earth in their hand, in their power, so to say, in their grasp, to be able to do this, man. If Israelites, the righteous Israelites, were set up, this would never happen. Because first off, it wouldn't be a fiat currency; it would be a substantial currency, like I said earlier, i.e., gold, silver, cattle, and everything of the sort. Okay. So there you go. They're working iniquity upon their beds, man. All right. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6, verse 22, and it reads, I'm gonna start at 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish a way shall be finished. Then will I show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the children of a year old speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So, these full storehouses that you think America has, where basically they're throwing away food every day, you know what I'm saying, from restaurants and things of that nature, and it's just like there's a surplus of food, hey, it's gonna come a famine, okay. Second Ezra 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine. There you go, that word famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceeded polluted the whole earth, and their works are fulfilled. And that's the time that we're approaching. The Lord is going to bring death and destruction. All right. And basically, that's scourges for amendment. Second Ezra 16. It's gonna be scourges for amendment, man. Because this place needs to be fixed. All right. Let's see. 18. 2 Ezra 16-18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine. There you go. And great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges for amendment. So there you go. All right. Scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, okay, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So there you go. All right, this inflation is leading up to, great famine. All right, that's gonna, affect the whole earth, most of the earth. And like the scripture said, if you escape the famine, the sword is gonna get you. Okay, you're gonna have people that's gonna be able to get their hands on food, but for the majority, that's not gonna be the case. So that's it. Hey, hopefully I was edifying, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, blessings to the Lord's elect.